Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another edition of Parlay Busters. And in this edition of Parlay Busters, I'll be doing UFC Fight Night Song versus Figueiredo. So yeah, let's get to it. Not feeling too particularly great on trying to find underdogs on this card, or feel sharp about this, sharp about that too much on this card. But I do got three people that you should be wary of, putting money on for this card. So I do got three people you should definitely be wary of putting money on. So first off is Jack Lammerin. That's one. Be wary of putting putting any confidence in Jack Lammerin. And I for a second was, probably gonna pick Jack Lammerin. That looked like wait. That looked at a recent fight. That like, oh, that's what happened. Now like, yeah, I'm definitely not picking her. I'm definitely fading her, and I'm definitely betting against her too. Am I saying I'm max betting against her? No, but I'm saying I definitely can't see myself picking her in this fight. Again, is the average high lock? No. But for sure, I definitely can't see myself picking her. I definitely cannot see myself picking her. That's for sure. So Jack Lammerin, Parlay Buster. Her last fight was one of the most embarrassing performances you can have in your career. Very embarrassing performance. And also even some of her wins, you see that same fading issues like when the fighters that like a lot of talent, a lot of skill, but lacking grit, lacking cardio, lacking ability to adapt into fights. Like it's kind of this flash or bust, pretty much. That's pretty much what I see her. So Jack Lammerin, Parlay Buster. I'm gonna go talk more about that one. I'm gonna try to run through them. So Jack Lammerin, Jose Henrique, Parlay Buster, and Jing Nang Jong fight at Angela Hill, Parlay Buster. Are you picking these fighters feeling any confidence? Again, win, lose, or draw. I don't feel like you can feel like you should not consider yourself an intelligent person putting money on either of those three. To be honest, fade them. Again, if you win money, you're still stupid for putting money on these guys or girls. But yeah, so let's go back to Jack Lammerin. Lammerin an amazing talent, but again, even in her wins and her losses, you see her having issues keeping a pace after the first round. Like when you look at her fight, I think she had like one third round finish, but that was a fight where she was able to get takedowns easy every single round and have the fight go exactly her way. Again, like look at Kamzat. Oh, it was a quick cut. Nah, that's for everybody. Even Cain Velasquez, when he lost the word doom, it was the altitude. Nah, these fighters, when wrestling is a very exhausting sport, and yes, you can look amazing, have phenomenal cardio. Yeah, you do have phenomenal cardio, like Cain does. I'm not gonna say Kamzat does, but Cain Velasquez does. But when the takedowns ain't going your way as much as you want them to go, and you got to work harder when you're on top, and you're getting punched in the face, it's not the altitude; it's you getting punched in the face, and the wrestling already been an exhausting sport, and the most exhausting part of the most exhausting part of MMA. And then you can't wrestle like you want to, and you can't just get a takedown and lay on top and it's like, go through the drill. Like now you gotta keep fighting this person attempting submissions on you. You gotta worry about guillotine. You gotta worry about triangles or arm bars, stuff on your bottom. Yeah, that's exhausting. On top of getting punched in the face and having to defend guillotines and stuff like that, and getting walked down and kicked in the stomach, kicked in the chest, kicked in the leg. It was an altitude with you getting picked apart and forced to fight a harder fight than you typically like to fight. But yeah. But anyway, I remember her cardio, even when somebody not punching her, like she fades after the first round. So Loma Lubambi has shown pretty good takedown defense, pretty good ability to get back to her feet, has never been finished. And I would say better than everyone that Lammerin has beat by far. So I think Loma Lubambi can address the grappling. Loma Lubambi definitely has better cardio, better conditioning, the better striker, the better overall fighter, better fight with grit. And I think she could address the grappling and she could address that first round problem. I don't know why I did it like that. That first round problem that Lammerin presents. At the very least, I think she could address that. At the very least, I think she could go 15 minutes. At the very least, I think that's really the key thing she needs. That she shows durability, she shows toughness, she shows grit, and she shows skills to defend in this position and survive in these positions that she probably will need to do in this fight. To at least, at worst case scenario, get out of a bad first round, and then the second, third round, a slower Lammerin, be to address the takedowns, gets a slower Lammerin and a fading Lammerin, and just kind of pick her apart for the second and third if need be. I think she could beat her all 15 minutes. I think she could put her away in the first, second, third. But I was about to think at the very least Loma Lubambi can cover the bases, and it's been a pretty clear path to beating Lammerin. I think again, Loma Lubambi has everything she needs. So picking Lammerin, not as smart. Picking or betting Lammerin is just, I'm not gonna say it's not smart. It's dumb. Picking Lammerin is dumb. I don't care if she wins. And you feel like, oh, look what happened. Nah, you're still stupid. Like we're not doing that. We doing facts only. You're still stupid. Like you pretty stupid. Then the next one is Jose Henrique, And Ding Ming or Ming Ding, I ain't gonna say too much about this one. Both these guys trash. But and yes, Henrique's younger. I'm not gonna say this. You're dumb for picking Henrique, but I would not. I would just fade this fight, or maybe pick in the distance or something like that. But yeah, you're not dumb or smart for picking either guy here. But I just feel like Henrique has not. When I look at how he lost on the Contender Series years back, and I see how he fought in fights afterwards, I see no improvement. Ming D's gonna be fighting in China, so he might get a home country cooking decision here, or something, or might get a home cooking. They put some stuff in Henrique's food or something, or his drink, or his water or something, or his shower water or something. Who knows? But either way, I don't know if they can do all that. But either way, both guys relatively same skill. Ming Ding, it seems like he probably can make some adjustments. Especially with it being in his country. Probably try to show up and show some new things. Whereas Henrique has had opportunity, and for even mediocre competition, is still, again, the same exact flaws that lost him, saw him get stopped on the Contender Series years back. Like, I've not seen zero evolution. So, and I think Ming Ding, they're relatively around the same level of skill. I just feel like Ming Ding might be to show me a little bit more. That's all. It's not really a matter of, this guy had so much this guy so much that. Like, they're both here. This guy, had plenty of opportunities to show me something. He ain't show me nothing. They would give him a matchup that was probably going to dog him. And I think he was a favorite in one of these matchups he's about to get. And I know for sure he's going to get dogged in that matchup. This matchup, nah. It's like, The other matchup, they would give him the favorite, they saw, he's 23, this guy kind of fading. But no, it was like. But this matchup, they're relatively around the same skill level. And yeah. But yeah. That's what I'm going to say for that one. And then Angela Hill versus Jing Nang Jong, or however you say her name. I think Angela Hill is a flat-out better overall fighter, and I think that's pretty clear. For me, I'm not picking Angela Hill, but I will say be wary here, because when you start to fade Angela Hill, like, she'll lose when you're picking her a lot of times, or you feel the need to put confidence in her, or then she'll choke in, like, Angela Hill, she's for sure gonna come through this time. Like, I mean, sometimes she came through for me. It was like a little period, a couple years where, or maybe a couple fights out of that couple years where, she came through for me. But for the most part, Angela Hill is not a trustworthy fighter. So, picking her ain't really the smartest. Picking against her not really the smartest to fight. And there's no real reason to feel particularly confident about either side here. That's why I'm saying Jing Nang Jong could easily be a parlay buster. She really ain't got no striking technique. She really ain't got no grappling technique. Angela Hill's a more technical striker, more technical grappler. She's far more experienced at the UFC level. She was an Invicta champion as well. So everything Jing Nang Jong has done, Angela Hill has done more and done better. It's just that Jing Nang Jong just has less high level mileage, and she's riding better momentum. That's why she's getting picked here. Like, Hill is looking flat now, but they're both old. Jing Nang Jong is 38 years old. She's shorter than the stats that she's really probably like 5'1", 5'2", but they were trying to say like she's 5'5", 5'6", but she looks short. The stats ain't right. Kind of chubby. She's not even muscular. Short and chunky, or a little flabby. Swing sloppy punches, sloppy grappling. Hill's more technical grappling type strike, but I just think Jing Nang Jong is going to have more will. So I'm picking Jing Nang Jong to win, but I'm saying, am I betting her? Hell no, I'm not betting Jing Nang Jong. You could pay me to bet Jing Nang Jong, and I still wouldn't bet. I would take your money and I would put it in my bank account. And I say, you're just stupid for even telling me to do that. And you would be like, hey, yeah, you're right. You made the right decision. Matter of fact, I'm here. Here's some more money for, seeing through what I was trying to do here. But yeah, I would not. Even if somebody paid me to bet on Jing Nang Jong, I would not. And even if she wins, I would not care. Like, you could have bet on her. You could have had $5 million. Like, no. I remember I could travel to the future and know she's going to win. I still would not bet on her. It's just the principle thing. It's the principle thing. And it's stupid to say, principle a lot of times gets you put in dumb situations, but sometimes, at the end of the day, it's the principle. It's like, what's this guy talking about? I don't know, I'm yapping. But, yeah. I'm going to wrap this video very quickly. So, first one, Amrim. Long Luke Bombay has never been finished. She's tough. She's durable. Has decent takedown defense. Very good submission defense. She's tough. She's been in with good fighters, even fighters that have beaten Amrim as well, and beating those fighters, or beating one of those fighters, which is Sam Hughes. Good extend her out the first round and beat her. So don't bet Amrim. Amrim is a parlay buster. Jose Enrique just has not shot. No, similar skill level, has not shown no improvement. I would not bet this guy. So parlay buster, Jose Enrique, he can bust your parlay. You're betting on Enrique, he could bust your parlay. You're betting Amrim, she could bust your parlay. Bad optics to pick either of these fighters in your parlay. And then lastly, Jing Nang Jong. Really, outside of tenacity, she has not shown me much as a fighter. I think Hill's the better overall fighter everywhere. but it just feel like Hill's not looking her sharpest right now. And I mean, she's 41. Like, she's gonna get sharper, and she's gonna get a second group, possibly. But yeah, I'm picking Jing Jong to win. But I'm saying, as far as betting wise, this is like parlay busters. Like, this is betting side of things. I would say don't bet Jing Jong. No matter how you feel with Angela Hill's looking, or for whatever reason you feel some particularly confidence in Jing Jong. Maybe because the fight most likely gonna go the distance, and they're in China. And even then, like, I've seen people get robbed in their own countries lately. Like, no, this poly market or whatever, they don't care. Like, we're like, we got money, we got these mob ties, we got these well, not goy. What's the other thing? What's the opposite? I can't say that one. I guess I'll get assassinated if I try to say that other stuff. But yeah, I ain't going to all that. But yeah, poly market, all this stuff. Like, so people been losing in their own countries in fights that probably should have went their way. So that whole, don't get confused by the whole it's in their country thing and it's a close fight, it's gonna go their way. Like, maybe in 2025, 2024, but with that poly market, rounds been ending 10 seconds earlier, fights that supposed to go to the country man, losing, going to the other guy, like close fights, like what's going on here? A lot of games going on. Anytime some betting market starts getting heavily invested into a company, weird stuff start happening. Refs start making bad calls, fights getting stopped early. This, like, I've seen, like, it was like the first start this year, like, back to back card, like the same as that thing. Like, I keep saying around the clapper happened, and then the ref stopped the fight at the 10-second clapper. I've seen it happen like several times. Matter of fact, I didn't even the last card it happened like once. So it is what it is. But yeah, to say it again, Jack Lamrin picking her gonna bust your parlay. Jose Enrique likely gonna bust your parlay, and Jing Jong likely gonna bust your parlay. And those are the parlay busters for the week for UFC Fight Night, Song versus Figueiredo. And as always, thanks for watching. Peace.